We have with that is we actually have 3 restrooms for students to use. And 700 kids use the restroom 2-3 times a day. It's just not adequate.
What grade are
The
you at?
plumbing, kindergarten, 1st and 2nd.
It's just, for nowadays with all the technology we have in it now, this stuff can't handle it electrical wise anymore, and constantly blowing breakers and fuses. And
We have in classrooms, the staff lounge, you can't run 2 items at the same time. It blows the breaker. You have to go back out, find the box, reset it, go back. So, and it seeps out into carpeted areas, drywall. He's constantly wet vacuuming, cleaning, shampooing. We've had the city out here, they've run cameras through. They don't seem to be able to find out where the problem is, so it's just an ongoing duty and responsibility he has to address. They get an upgrade, I think, to the pods, and it was advertised in the newspaper as Classroom of the Future. So it's like open classroom concept. So our gym is our cafeteria. So this is something that really impedes instruction. That if we had an area where we could have a cafeteria, we would be able to offer more of what we call the specials: music, art, PE, library, and tech. But right now, between 1050 and 120, we can't do that because we're feeding rounds and rounds of children. So 150 students at a time. Chuck has about, 5 minutes between the last group and the new group that comes in for a special to get the tables all broken down, floors swept, run the scrubber, and have things back to business. So it's a real race.
Now, is this also your auditorium for assembly?
Well, it used to be.
Okay.
We can't host an assembly here for the whole school. I have to do a building permit for the Steele High School across the street. Kids need a permission slip to be able to go there, and then we take them across and back, regardless of the
during
weather.
the day when it's not even
Yes.
not for parents, if you have some special visitor for.
No, because this is something where you do have to draw the line. Do I do an assembly and stop a teacher from doing instruction?
Okay.
Instruction is primary. So we do as least interference as we can. Like picture day, for example, is a really good example. They come out with 5 big cameras and all this equipment. We really can't use the gym because then that's a whole day where 10 classes aren't going to have that special. So K to 2, and they all get 40 minutes. Oh, and recess, right?
Yes.
So if we had a gym all day, we could expand the amount of time. Because even the state is now saying they want additional time for recess and gross motor activities. And so, they could do a life skills activity in there where maybe they're doing yoga or aerobics or something, that they can carry on and practice throughout the rest of their life.
And so again, trying to integrate science, social studies. This week we're doing fire history, we're doing community helpers, we're learning how the fire station works, how firefighters work. So it is really just integrating all of the topics and all of the subject areas. And so you can see, even these shelves here, the students themselves go and pick out their own books when they have some independent working time. So it's not just storing my own materials, it's storing their materials as well. And trying to make it as efficient as possible. For some classes, having a desk is efficient, and they can keep the materials in the desk. I use the tables, and so many of the things you see here, unfortunately, school districts cannot provide, and so the teachers ourselves have to go out and purchase those materials I mean, a lot of what you see in here has been
Those
purchased.
crates and the. and things
All
like
of that has been purchased. Even most of, you'll see textbooks are purchased by the school district, but a lot of the paperback books and other books were purchased by the teachers themselves.
Really need a handicapped restroom, but this is our one handicapped restroom. And it really, behind there is the tech closet for all of the technology in the building. So they have a changing table that they can use, but if they need to get to the hub, gotta wait for somebody to finish up to get there.
We have to go through.
Structure will not support all of the wiring that we need, the lighting, the computer. It can't handle it.
I mean, that's the big, like I said, most of the price, and that's the thing too, is when you get to, you're asking the people, okay, all right, you're gonna spend this amount of money to update this, or you're gonna get new with the state help.
It's maybe $50,000 to purchase it, but again, you can't, they don't come with plumbing, so for us, we're not able to have classrooms in there. Whereas at Harris, those kids are old enough to go from point A to point B on their own. And again, no restrooms, but they're all. And
Harris has more
I
than
think
Global.
Harris has
Yes,
4 or 6 maybe. I don't know what. It's a lot.
3 big units like this.
3? Okay. You got maybe other tiles, and they literally have to be screwed in because they get moisture, they rot, they drop out. They don't make them any longer. Down here is more of an issue.
This wall is, what area is behind there?
That's a classroom.
Kindergarten, that large kindergarten classroom that the last one you walked into, where they were doing the video sensory break,